the original Moto X was launched in India, this was arguably one of the best devices in the market. Although, many people did not understand why this phone was good. On paper, it had only a dual core processor. It wasn't supposed to be as powerful as the flagships. It did not seem to justify the price. Although the Moto X was actually one of the true value for money phones, it was one of the best value for money phones. And that is actually why I bought this phone when I bought it. But then, less than 6 months after that, Motorola brings the next version to the Moto X to the country. The new Moto X, the second gen Moto X. Hello, I'm Prasid Banerjee. Welcome to Digit Reviews. We're going to look at the Moto X second gen, of course. It's got a Snapdragon 801 processor with Motorola's mobile computing system, which is actually something that you should really pay attention to. What the mobile computing system means is that this has got multiple processors for various operations, which means that the core 801 processor is left alone for your apps and gaming and things like that, which actually means more performance, better performance than other phones. And that is actually the strong point of the new Moto X. This device is all about its performance. It's fluid, the UI is completely fluid, there is no lag whatsoever, and it's actually performance is absolutely at par with the older model. One thing you will see here though is that Motorola, the main change in the new Moto X is in terms of the design. So the original was a 4.7-inch display. It was a 720p HD display, although the new one is a 5.2-inch full HD display. So as you can see, the new Moto X is of course much bigger than the older Moto X. I actually do not like, having been a new original Moto X user and one of the early adopters, I do not like this design as much as I like that one, because that used to be much more compact. Although with this, one thing I do like is that Motorola, even though this is a bigger phone, you will find many 5.2-inch devices, the Xperia Z3 for that matter, which aren't as compact as this. It's a 5.2-inch device which fits in your hand quite easily. Not as easily as the older one, but it does fit quite easily in your pocket, in your hand. It's not that difficult to use. Also, this curved back that Motorola gives to the phone makes it very ergonomic. This is very easy to manage. Another thing Motorola has done here is that this phone is slimmer than the older one. So the fact that this is slimmer also makes it very, very ergonomic. So which is a very good thing about the new Moto X. One of its flagship features, which actually is something that Apple had tried with the iPhone 4S, is the metal rim around the side. This rim, what it does to the phone is that this also acts as the antenna. But having said that, in the 4S, what had happened was, you would probably remember something called the death grip. What the death grip did was, when you held your phone like this, the signal would drop. The reason being that you're covering the antenna. The new Moto X, on the other hand, recognizes where your hand is and boosts the signal to the other parts of the antenna, which makes sure that there is no call drop in the phone and things like that. And to be honest, I have the original. The sound quality in this one is better than this. There is a little bit of, interference in my calls here. There's a noise, although I like this one better in that respect. Also, the camera on this one, as you can see, this around the camera is a ring flash. So the ring flash it's a dual LED flash like others, and it's got a 13 megapixel camera, unlike the 10 megapixel on the original. But this is actually one place that has remained quite constant, in the sense that the older Moto X had a bad camera, and so does this. The new Moto X is not the best camera that you can buy in the market. It fails miserably under low light. It doesn't do very well even under normal lighting. Pictures are quite grainy. It's not very good color reproduction, and white balance is also nothing that you should speak about a lot. So overall though, the new Moto X is a very, very good device. It is still one of the best smartphones in the market, but it is not, to me, it doesn't feel as compact as the older one. It doesn't feel as good as the older one. If you look solely at the performance, This is definitely the phone to buy. This is the best phone in the market right now in flagships. Also, this is the first true flagship that Motorola has delivered till now.